Today we are working in Module 1, Lesson 5. Our objective is to name decimal fractions in expanded word and unit form. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the number 1,000th, and we're going to see how we can write this number both as a decimal and as a fraction. Written as a decimal, 1,000th is 0.001. Okay. If we look here, we can see that we would have a 0 in our tenths place, a 0 in our hundredths place, and the 1 would be in our thousandths place. We can also write 1,000th as a fraction by having 1 over 1,000, where 1 is our numerator and 1,000 is our denominator. Now that we're familiar with writing a number both as a fraction and a decimal, we're going to see how we can take 3,000th and write it in expanded form. So 3,000th is 3 copies of the number 1,000th. And so we would indicate this by writing 3, and we would multiply that by 1,000th. We can also write 1,000th as a fraction, so we can indicate that we're taking 3, there are 3 copies, and that we're multiplying that by 1 over 1,000, or 1,000th. We'll take a look now at expanded form with a number that is a little bit larger. So now we have the number 25 and 413 thousandths. And you can see here that when we're writing an expanded form, we go through each place value. So starting here with our 2, in our tens place, we have 2 copies of 10. So we would write 2 times 10. We're going to add what we have in our tens place then to our ones place. Now we move on to our ones place, which we have our 5 here. And so we add our 2 times 10, or 20, and we add that to 5 times 1, because we have 5 copies of 1. And we continue that down through each place value. We multiply 4 times 1/10, we multiply 1 by 1/100th, and we multiply 3 by 1,000th. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at word form. And word form is sort of just like writing out how you would read this word, or this number rather. And so with the number 25 and 413 thousandths, that would be written in word form just as I said it. So we would write 25, and when we get to the word, or the decimal, we use the word and. 25 and 413 thousandths. I like to remind the kids that this is basically just how we would say that number. We just want to write it out in words now instead of saying it. So we've been through expanded form and word form, and we're going to take a look at unit form. And with unit form, we're going to go through each place value again, and we're essentially listing the digit that is in that place value plus the name of the place value, or the unit name. And so here with 25 and 413 thousandths, we would start with our 2, and the 2 is in our tens place, so I would write 2 tens. My next digit is a 5, and the 5 is in our ones place, so I would write 5 ones, and we just continue this down the entire number. So we have 4 tenths, 1/100th, and lastly we have 5 thousandths. I'm going to put a room here. And again, that is unit form. So we look at each digit and we think about what place value that is in. So again, this has been Lesson 5 in Module 1, and our objective has been to write decimal fractions in expanded word and unit forms.